Have you ever felt that the more you reveal about yourself, the more you sabotage your own progress without even noticing? Some things may seem harmless, but sharing them opens the door to criticism, envy, and a loss of control over your own life. Today I'm going to tell you the 6 things you should never, and I mean never, tell anyone. Not your best friend, not your partner, not even your mother. When you learn to keep certain parts of yourself in silence, you become stronger, freer, and more focused. This isn't paranoia, it's emotional intelligence. It's protecting your energy. Stay until the end, because what you're going to discover today can completely change the way you handle your personal life. Some things are kept not out of fear, but out of wisdom. After this, you'll understand why. Ready for number 1. The first thing you should never tell others if you truly want to grow: your plans before they become reality. Many people don't understand this until it's too late. Strong dreams can wither if they're revealed too early. Maybe you think, if I share it, I'll feel motivated. I'll commit. Others will cheer me on. It sounds logical, but here's the hidden detail. Sharing your goals can slow your progress without you realizing it. There once was a young man with a brilliant idea, clear vision, contagious enthusiasm. As soon as he felt that spark inside, he shared it with everyone: friends, family, social media. He posted inspiring quotes, recorded videos, talked about his big project. And yet, nothing changed. His plan faded, not because he lacked talent, but because he spent his energy talking instead of doing. This isn't a coincidence. It has a scientific basis. When you share your goals, your brain experiences a premature sense of accomplishment. A small hit of satisfaction arrives before any real effort is made. That early gratification steals the momentum you need to build what you dream of. The emotional high you're supposed to feel at the end of the journey. You feel it before even taking the first step. As a result, you relax, you lose hunger, you lose focus, and your goal remains nothing more than pretty but empty words. But it's not just psychological, it's strategic. By telling everyone your plans, you expose them to unnecessary opinions, negative energy, and judgments you didn't ask for. And often the people giving opinions are not even qualified to do so. Think about it. Would you ride a roller coaster designed by someone who never finished school? Would you take financial advice from someone who is broke? Then why expose your most intimate dreams to people who haven't built anything? And remember, people don't always give harmful feedback intentionally. Sometimes it's their own fear, their insecurity, their jealousy, or the subtle wish that you don't surpass them. We all know that person who reacts with a smile on their face and a dagger disguised as advice. It's not that easy. Are you sure? Maybe you should think it through. And if you're not solid inside, those words seep into your mind like soft poison, not killing you at once, but weakening you slowly until your plan is paused or abandoned. Remember this: what grows in silence becomes strong. What is shouted too early dries out in its own echo. If you look closely, truly successful people are discreet. Not because they're shy, but because they understand the value of focus. Every word you speak is energy. And if you spend that energy convincing others, you have less left for building. People think that announcing goals creates commitment. But the only commitment that matters is the one with yourself. Real goals are not events to be announced, they are processes to be lived. They happen in the shadows, worked on daily without applause, without likes, without recognition. Just you, your goal, and the sound of your own breath. So what should you do? Work in silence. Let your actions speak when the time is right. Share only with people who genuinely add value and have earned your trust. Not everything you think needs to be said. Not everything you feel needs to be shared. Don't seek validation, seek transformation. Your plans are seeds. Seeds aren't thrown to the wind. They're protected, watered, and allowed to grow underground. When the time is right, the world will notice, not because you announced it, but because you built it. Second thing you should never tell others if you value your self-esteem: your emotional weaknesses. This is delicate. We all have fragile moments. Days when we feel lost, broken, exposed. And in those moments, the heart wants to speak, to be understood. That's natural. But not everyone is prepared to hold your pain, and even fewer can respect it. Vulnerability shared with the wrong person doesn't create connection. It creates exposure. And when you're exposed in front of someone who lacks maturity, you become fragile, manipulable, even ridiculous. Most people don't listen to understand. They listen to judge, compare, or store information for later use. Haven't you ever shared something deep only to hear it thrown back at you later in a joke or an argument? You told me you felt like a failure. Don't act tough now, you cried over that. You said you didn't know what to do with your life. What you shared from the heart becomes ammunition. Being emotionally honest doesn't mean being emotionally reckless. You can and should know your inner weaknesses. But that doesn't mean you have to share them with everyone. Your pain is yours, and not everyone deserves to witness it. Not everyone who laughs with you is with you. Not everyone who advises you wants the best for you. Not everyone who listens respects you. This doesn't mean you should repress everything. It means you should choose wisely who you let into your inner world. A therapist, a mentor, a real friend, people who have shown emotional maturity. Remember, some wounds heal faster in silence, not because they shouldn't be shared, but because the noise of other people's opinions only infects them. If you share your pain without filtering, people start defining you by your lowest moment. You become the one who cried over their ex, the one with anxiety, the one who felt lost. They don't know you, they know your weakness. So protect the timing and the audience. In the wrong environment, vulnerability doesn't make you human, it makes you prey. Better to have 3 people with whom you can be fully yourself than 30 acquaintances who don't know what to do with your heart. Third thing to never share: your current financial situation, especially if it's unstable. Money or lack of it changes how people see you. If you share that you're struggling financially, you often receive pity instead of support. Pity is toxic. It places you below others, weakens your perceived value, and labels you. People label fast. He's always struggling. She never has enough. And that label sticks. On the other hand, if you say you're doing well, suddenly you attract envy, opportunists, and people who see you as a resource rather than a person. They don't celebrate you, they resent you. So what do? You develop financial and emotional intelligence. Your pocket is not casual conversation. Today's emotional oversharing becomes tomorrow's tool for judgment and manipulation. Money reflects your mindset. When you say, "I'm broke," you might actually be saying, "I'm not enough." When you say, "I'm earning a lot," you might be saying, "Please validate me." Neither brings peace because your worth becomes tied to money. And here's the truth. Your value is not your bank account. Money doesn't define dignity. What defines you is your discipline, resilience, focus. 3 rules you should remember. Your economy is private. Share it only with those who can guide you, not judge you. Don't explain your financial struggles, fix them. Don't boast about your success, let it speak for itself. Money moves. It comes and goes. But your reputation stays. If you want a strong and respected image, learn to stay quiet. Sometimes the greatest intelligence is knowing when to say nothing. 4th thing to never share: intimate secrets or private situations of your family or close people, especially when they are not yours to reveal.